Hello friends, today in this tutorial I'll be showing you a project in which you will be counting pages which are present inside a PDF document. So you will see this is the application we will be building here. This is a simple demo. So here you will choose a PDF file here, and let me choose this PDF file, and it will exactly tell you the number of pages present inside this PDF document. You can see it is 1038, 1038 pages are present. I can even open this PDF file here. If I open this with Google Chrome, you will see exactly 1038 pages will be there. So sometimes inside applications, you will want to get the number of pages which are present inside the PDF document. So for this application will be very handy. And I have also deployed this application on my website freemediatools.com. So if you want to use this service, you can go to the video description link. This is the service I have deployed here. Simply select your PDF file, and it will exactly tell you the number of pages present, which is 1038. You can try it with any PDF file. You can download it from PDF also. So now you can see it is containing exactly 2 pages. So depending upon how you select it, I can even change this. So now you can see it exactly, it will tell number of pages is 2 here. So we can cross check. You will see exactly 2 pages are there. So for building this application, we are using a simple library of JavaScript, which is PDF.js. So you have seen this library. It's a client-side PDF generation library, which is used in many scenarios. It was developed in 2011, and this is the official website of it, GitHub repository. So we are making use of this library only. And if you want to download all the source code regarding this application, I have given the link in the video description. This is only a single index.html file will be there. So just go to the video description link to download all the source code. So now let's get started by building this application from scratch. So for building it, I have already told you, you just need a simple HTML file. Just open your code editor. I am using Visual Studio Code text editor. Just make a simple HTML file, change the title to PDF.js example to count number of pages in PDF document. And we will now be using some bootstrap here, guys, to just style the application. It is not mandatory you should use bootstrap, but for this application I will just use some bootstrap. So we will only need the CSS part of the bootstrap. Simply copy this link tag, after the title paste it, and after this we will have a simple heading which will say that text center. It will be placing it in the center position. So we will say that counting PDF document pages in PDF.js. So now if you open this document, you will find this heading in the center position. So after this, we will have a simple input field where we can upload the PDF files. So we will have a label first of all. For here we will say that upload PDF file, and then we will have a simple input field, and we will give it an ID of files of file, let's suppose, and it should be required. And we will give it a class of form control. It's a bootstrap class, and we will only be accepting, this is accept validation here, so we will only be accepting .pdf file. uh, that's it, I think. And also just make sure that you also give a container class as well, just to have some space. You will see now we have this PDF file upload box here. We can upload PDF files here. So now we simply need to uh, we have provided the ID, so we need to write the JavaScript part now. So after this div here, simply we will have another div which we will give it an ID of info. So here we will print out the result, how many pages are there. That's it. So this is all the HTML that you will need. Now coming back to the JavaScript, we will get the reference of the PDF input field. So we have given the ID to it, which is file here. So simply pass it file. And now we need to get the content of the PDF file which is uploaded. So we will bind a on change event handler. So when the file is changed here, if you select the file, any file here, so this event will automatically trigger. So we will trigger this event here. So for triggering it, we just need to write on change, right, like this, and this function will automatically trigger, passing the event here like this. And inside this event, guys, it is very simple to catch it. So we need to simply have declare a file variable, and inside this we can get the file by using event.target.files, and this is the first element in the array. So this is the file which we want. So if I console log it, simply you will see, if I select any sort of file here, and if I go to inspect element, go to console, you will see the actual file which is selected by the user here. So it contains the name of the file, size, type is application/PDF. So all such information is there. So now we simply need to get the content of the file. So for getting the content, we will use the file reader API, which is a built-in API in JavaScript browser. So we need to initialize it first of all, file reader, new file reader. This is a class here. So after initializing it, we need to uh, read this file, which is file reader dot, and this contains a method, guys. In order to read it as a array buffer, we have this method read as array buffer, and inside this we will pass the actual file, that's it, file. And now we need to wait for write the event when it successfully loads here. So we have this event which is file reader dot onload. So when it is finished reading this file, this event will automatically trigger, and this is a callback function. And inside this we can declare a variable here which is typed array. You can declare it anything of your choice. Inside this we will initialize this uint 32 array, uint 8 array, I think this one. And here we need to pass the result, which is this dot result. So this is the result which is successfully read the content of the file. So that's it. After that, guys, we need to load this library. So now for loading it, we need to include the CDN of the library. So if you go to PDF.js CDN, just search this on Google, you will find out in its official website. Go to the examples tab or going to get started, you will find out that this including via CDN. So various CDNs are there. Select the second one and simply include this copy URL, and just after this script tag, make another script tag source, paste this library. That's it. So now we have this available inside our application. So now what we can do is that we can, after this getting this result here, we can declare another variable here which is const task, and we can initialize this library which is pdf.js lib. This is a library and this contains a method which is get document. So here we need to pass the content of the document which is stored inside typed array. That's it. So now it is a promise based library. So we have this task and this contains a promise. So promise.promise.then, and inside this callback function our PDF file will be returned to us. You can see that. And inside this PDF we have a property called as pdf.numpages. So this contains the number of pages which are there inside the PDF document. So now if I show you, if I choose this file here, any PDF file, and if I check the console here, hopefully it will print out, you will see 1038. So you will see this is exactly I want the property which is num pages. So now we can simply bind this to this info here. We have given the ID, so we can do that document dot get element by ID info. We can manipulate the inner HTML and we can say the number of pages inside PDF document is, and then we can concatenate PDF dot num pages. That's it. And for styling it, for changing the text color, we can give it a class of text primary, which is a bootstrap class. That's it. So now you will see if I select any sort of PDF file, you will see the number of pages inside PDF document is 2. If I change this PDF document to this one, so 1038. So this is a very simple application you can make here inside pure JavaScript. We haven't used any sort of third-party library except PDF.js. So this can be done inside the browser. So I have deployed this tool on my website freemediatools.com. So anytime you want to use this free service, you can refer to my website, which is there inside video description, to count pages inside your PDF document. So thanks so much for watching this video. Please like the video, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next video.